Goldcrest Valley greetings to episode number 42 with me, Mr. Sealy P. So there's a few things all happening at once after the last episode. 15 is now cleared, it's been harvested and it needs ploughing because it's showing as red, needs a plough, so I'm going to get the T7 cracking on with that. Harvester's just over there, needs emptying, which I'm going to do next. Keep an eye on all the fields as we go. So this will need cultivating and then seeding as well. Just got to decide what crop to put into this one next. Not sure. I did a bit of contracting and I used the blue plough. Just have a quick look here on ploughs. I used the Lemkin on one of the contracting jobs, and I actually liked that. It was better than the Salford. Salford was too big. It's 4.9. This one's a 3, so it's a bit wider, and it actually wasn't too big or too awkward to use. So I'm considering. I know I've been kind of bouncing backwards and forwards with ploughs over the game, so this Let's Play, but I might get it. I'm not sure. So, as I said, in the vent, need to unload this. Unload the harvester. I think there's about 8,000, I think it was, just over 8,000 litres of sunflower seeds. I'm going to go and put them in storage. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them yet, because I can't remember up at the pig farm whether I had sunflowers that I put up there, or canola, oilseed rape. I can't remember. Got 2 fields of oilseed rape growing as well at the moment, so what I might do is put them both into storage, or put the most expensive into storage. And then the other one use as feed when it runs out. So there we go, 8,096 litres. So we'll go and put this into storage, and then, like I say, I'll carry on up at the pigs, and when whichever one it is runs out. I did have a look, and I couldn't tell if it was. It didn't look like sunflower seeds and oilseed, so it's probably oilseed rape or canola. Then I'll go from there. Whichever one is the most expensive crop with regard to selling, I will sell. So just unload that very quickly. And take the trailer back over. My field 11 is still having this weird thing where that one strip is ready to harvest and the rest of it's not, and I cannot for the life of me fathom why. I don't really, unless it's because I did plough that new section of field and it's just really struggling to understand what's happening. Oh, you should probably tell as well, in front of me here I did get rid of the little storage barn. So what I'm going to do is get the crone over. I'm going to take the crone header and put it over in the little barn next to the crone. I'm going to move the timber runner from over there directly ahead of us. I'm going to put that over here behind me in one of these slots, and I'm going to put the header that's on the Massey Ferguson now over in that barn next to the Massey Ferguson. So all will be tidier, I believe, is probably the best way of dealing with it. It's those kind of, you farm builds and you're getting your equipment and you do all the stuff you're doing. You need to try and... I say you need to, you don't need to. I do need to, otherwise my OCD goes crackers. Some people are more than happy just dumping their equipment wherever as they play the game and then looking for it whenever they need it. I can't. I just... I'm terrible. I just can't. It drives me mad. If I don't know where it is, or it's not away tidy, I absolutely freak out. Turn these off and jump out. Oh, what happened there? How did I jump straight into the crone? That was a bit weird. I mean, to be fair, I actually do need to be in it. So I'm going to move this header. The only downside to doing this is it means I can't use the rest of that barn really for anything because it will be in the way. But and I'm thinking of buying the one for gutting corn. I keep doing this. I don't know why I don't just look. It's the got the Krone Easy Collect 600. But what I have done as well, I have downloaded the mod for the Krone Big X 1100, which means that in here should also be the Easy Collect 1053 or the 1053. Now, to buy that one is 28, to buy that one is 45. I'm thinking, because that one is 10.5 metres and that one is only 6, I'm going to buy the larger one and see if it will fit onto the smaller Krone, which it should do. And in here I've got the Krone Big X and I've got the Krone Big X 1100, which is an absolute beast. I loved that on FS15. Now looking at the two fronts, they look slightly different, so I don't know if it will connect, but it's worth a try. Whether I rent it first or not, I don't know. So I will do. Actually, what I could do, thinking about it... Oh no. Oh no, I'll stick it in here. If I actually stick it behind the Krone, behind the Big X, whenever I need it, I've got to get the Big X out, haven't I? So it kind of makes sense to do that. Let's slow that down. And detach it. Stick this back in front of it. It's not actually then taking up too much space. I can still park something next to it without crashing into it. Right, that's that done. So it's just going to be the harvester, but I need to move that timber runner, which means bringing the lorry down because I haven't got a dolly. Ploughing's going well. That's all good. So I'll just go and grab the barrel core, the lizard barrel core truck, which is at the moment up on the hillside because I've been using it for all the wood chipping. Just whiz down and move the timber runner, and then I can put the header and the Massey Ferguson away. So it's a bit of kind of housekeeping, admin around the farm. It's another one. I never like doing this too quickly. In case I just crash straight into something. There we go. I have to say, like I mentioned on the previous episode, that mod for the Lizard Road Rage car, that thing moved at 100 miles an hour. it was bonkers. This thing goes at 50, and that's quick. It was insane. I mean, admittedly, you know, a pickup's better because a pickup you can put stuff in the back. But if you just want to move around the map quick, you know, you're not going to get much quicker than that. It was impressively fast. But like I said in that video clip, if you haven't watched it, go and have a look. A guide to the Lizard Road Rage. You probably need a steering wheel if you're doing it with on a PlayStation or console and you're using a controller. It can be quite twitchy. God, I hate reversing with this thing. It's really unresponsive. Let's try and get that in tight. There we go, stick that in there. Again without smashing into the wall. That's that away. Jump out of that. This episode's going to mainly be me doing this. I apologise, I wanted to get some more done. I'm getting the field done, but let's jump into this, turn it on, pipe in, fold the combine, turn this big boy around. I am thinking as well, because the slot thing is a bit of a pain. Just actually have a quick look at that for buying. Yeah, the slot thing's not up at the moment. I think because I sold a couple of things, I'm back under the threshold where it's giving me slots. I think if I buy anything else, I'll be back onto the slot thing again. But probably investing in a second harvester at some point. Now this one's going to be a bit harder because the harvest is quite long. I don't think I can put the header in and put the harvester in front of it because it won't fit. It might do. Let's have a look. If I put it in that way, then it should work the other way, shouldn't it? Yeah, that'll fit. There we go. Pop that in there. Lower the header. And detach. That's a bit of a drop, isn't it? Oh, that should be fine. Swing that around and put that in front of it. Again, if I need it, I'll just pull the harvester out. I'm going to need the harvester anyway, so just keeps everything a little bit tidy. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, actually. Oh, there we go. Tons of room. Turn that off and jump out of that. Right, everything is getting tidier. Right, an actual job. That's what I need to do in this episode. Something a bit more important and fulfilling than just moving equipment around and tidying up. If you want to see someone tidying up, you'll probably hire a cleaner to come to your house. That's probably what you would do. If you don't already have a cleaner, you might already do, who knows. Right, so think of a job. Ploughing still going on, that will need cultivating. Think of an important job. Let's have a look at the map and see how we're getting on with growth. Yeah, so I mean, field 11, it's weird. It is on its final growth stage, I get it, but I've got this strip's ready, the rest of it's not. I can only assume it's because it used to be a kind of more rectangular shape, and I've ploughed this section. For some reason, it's struggling to deal with it. I don't know. This one, let's have a look, soil composition. Oh, that's right. That's working fine. I think that's on, yeah, that's fertilised to its maximum. And 3. I've probably done this before and it's terrible. My memory's awful and I'll come back on and can't remember. And that's on its final one. That's okay. Just had to make sure I was where I should be with all my fields. I was thinking of trying out that thing with the grass bale that I mentioned after watching Daggerwin's video. That you can just put a grass bale straight into the troughs, the feeding troughs. Because I'm thinking about getting more sheep, which I might do in this episode actually. Of doing some grass bales, taking them over to the sheep and seeing if it works. That might be what I do next. So here I am in the Fendt. I'm going to unfold the front mower and then turn it on and lower it. Now switch to the back and turn on the baler. There we go. And lower the pickup. Make some grass bales. There was already some in it already. There was already some in it. So we'll get our first one relatively quickly. And then what I'll do is I'll take one over to the sheep maybe and give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter because I can turn the grass bales into silage bales just with the bale wrapper. So it's not a problem. I will just do that instead. I'm sure it will work. But it's worth a try. Like I say, I don't want. I'm stealing people's ideas. At the end of the day, if people have suggested it and said it does work, might as well give it a go. Because in all honesty, the fact I dumped all the grass on the ground, you know, if anyone's watched any of my videos, they know me, or they know. I say they know me, but you know how OCD I am. And just dumping grass on the floor was that kind of. It always niggled at me a little bit. That it's like, well, you know. It shouldn't be left on the floor. So if I can take grass bales over there and put those in, that would always work a bit better, I think. But it's worth a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not the end of the world. Like I say, we can do silage bales instead. I'll do a couple and see how we get on. I'll probably leave this set up as it is and then I can always come back and carry on. So what I'll do is I will stop this now and then come back to it. Well, I'm over by the sheep. Bought a bale over. I've bought over the Valtra because I sold the other Fendt. The new one, the bigger one, hasn't got the option to put a front loader attachment on. So this is the only tractor I've got now with a front loader attachment. So this is the one I'm going to need to use. I haven't got a bale spike at the moment, and if this works, I will need to get one. Obviously, I've got a bale spike for the telehandler, but not for the front loader on the tractor. So I've got a bale. I've also bought over the water tanker, because the other thing I'm going to do before I even try and put anything in is get some more sheep, which is what I said I was intending to do anyway. So we'll go to buy and 10 what do I do? 10 20. God, that's insane. 84,000. Yeah, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get 20. 20 more sheep. Yeah, I have lost my mind. Confirm. Yes. So, the funds have depleted again rather rapidly, but now I have... Good grief. I have 66 sheep. Wow. Yeah. Interestingly though, the water bit has dropped through the floor, but the grass hasn't moved. I thought that would drop as well and I would need to give them more grass. Why is that not registering as needing more grass? Maybe it needs to kind of recalibrate itself. Not sure, but I can give them water to start off with anyway. So I'll do that. And hopefully this will improve the productivity, speed up the rate at which they're producing the wool, which will make them more productive, which will give me more money, providing the wool rate stays at about 6,000, which is, well, yeah, definitely more sheep in there. I wouldn't say there's 66 in there, but there are more sheep. Excellent. Right, let's give them some water then. That's going to need to be refilled at some point. I have got some in there, but it's going to need to be topped off. I must admit, I was thinking about getting another of the Joskin water tanks. I've got one down at the cows, and this one I kind of bounce between the pigs and the sheep. But now I've got so many sheep, I just wonder if it makes more sense to leave it, you know. I could do. We'll check the grass situation in a minute, otherwise this is going to make this whole thing I was trying to do a moot point, because if I can't actually put the bale in, I can't test to see if it works. Which will be somewhat annoying. Let me just check this again. Nope, it hasn't moved. Huh. Little bit frustrating. Well, I suppose what I can do is just try it. Now, apologise, yes, it's not bale spikes. Shouldn't be using pallet forks for putting into a bale. But needs must at the moment. If this works, then I will get bale tines, bale spikes. So I'm not sure if this is going to work because it's full, or we'll see, won't we? Oh, okay, it took it. Ah, so it does work. Interesting. Let's see what it's saying on the feed. Hail grass, 15,700. So it took it. So I wonder if it allows you to go beyond the limit of what the green bar says. So it almost kind of stores it. No idea. Anyway, I've got 66 sheep now. And the bale thing does work. So The next thing is going to be to get some bale spikes for the front of this, which can be left here for whenever I need them. Also, do some more grass bales then, and I can stack them up here, so that whenever I need to feed my 66 sheep, there are enough bales here to do just that. The question is, where shall I leave the forks? So I've got the bucket here as well. Where am I most likely to need them? Probably at the farm or even down at the store, whatever they call it. I suppose I could buy another set and leave them down at the store, then just bounce between the two. I'm mumbling to myself. I'm kind of working out the idea in my head of what I need to do. I'll take these back to the farm, carry on then making some hay bales. I'm going to need at least 8 for the auto stacker. Bring those over. That gives me something to start with. What is going on? No! No, 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 no. Oh, I should have kept more of an eye on the worker. He's carried on from field 15 and gone across field 14. So he just cultivated right across the top of a crop. Oh my god. Let me just check the map. You've got to be kidding me. No, right across my soybean. Oh no. Brilliant. That's my own fault. I should have started him cultivating from the other side of the field. Didn't even cross my mind. Oh god. Well, I'm going to have to put soybean into that field now. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Well, field 15's cultivated anyway, which is what I kind of aimed to do in the first place. Oh, I can't believe that's really annoyed me. Ah, it's my own fault. Should have been more careful or checked, or so excited by the developments with the sheep I dropped the ball somewhat there, which means I'm going to have a crop that's part grown, part not. Oh. Doesn't even bear thinking about. Right, where did he get to? Here. Sower, lower sower, and off we go. Oh, man. Part of the crop's going to be one way, part's going to be other. Never mind. Just the bizarrest set of circumstances. Okay, that's that done. Again. What should I put in this? Oh yeah, what a soybean in this. But this time I'm going to start this side of the field, so it finishes over the other side and there's no danger of it reseeding or doing any other damage anywhere else. That at least is the plan. I've got to remember, almost like a note to self, if cultivating this field, make sure you start this side and go away rather than coming back. Oh, I probably could do with some fuel in this as well at some point. But anyway, soybean now going into field 15. So checking quickly on the map, we should have our soybean back into 14. Yes, and you can see it's a different growth stage now, which is annoying. Let's have a look at the fertilising state. That's odd. Why is that a darker fertilising when it's just been seeded? Is it still registering the fertiliser state from the first? Oh, quite possibly. Nothing makes sense anymore. It's all just gone weird. It's all gone weird. Oh, probably due for some fertilising, actually, in all honesty, on the fields. Right, I'll leave him to it this time, he says. Say him. It is a him. Right. Back in the fence. Let's... Oh, right. Turn that on. Lower the pig up. Front. Open it up. Turn it on. Drop it down. Let's make some bales. I need 8 to start off with anyway. Trying to work out how many barrels I've got actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more for my first load. And that should keep the sheep going for a little while anyway. And that is bale Number 8. Turn off baler, lift the pickup, lift the mower and fold it. Go and put this away and grab the auto stack and then take these over to the sheep farm. And that is 8. Take those over, drop them off, and the sheep are good. I do need to get a bale spike. I mean, I could carry on and use the pallet forks, but it's pointless. See what I mean about this now? Oh, it's so annoying. Right, drop these off. Where should I put them? Just here, I think, over towards the building. Okay. So, unload bales. These do get a bit of a wobble on when you do this, because it kind of kicks them off the back for some reason. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Oh, it wasn't so bad. Better than I thought. Oh, I've got my lights on, I've no idea. Yeah, that sheep pen is looking a lot fuller. It's just, you know, don't get me wrong, it's not 66, but it's still a lot more in there than there were before. But that's good. Grass bales for the sheep. Who knew? Big thank you to Dagwin for that bit of advice. Or something to try, I guess. This one's ready, that'll need doing. Fantastic. Sheep coming on well, grass bales ready to use. So that's about it for this episode. More sheep, 66 in total. I've sorted out grass bales, which is a bit interesting, bit of a change, weren't expecting that. They do work, the grass bales can go straight into the sell point, but there you go. Few odd jobs, bit of seeding, bit of cultivating, which went a little bit wrong, making the bales and bringing them over. If you like the episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.